And after I'm going back and forth with the internet and all this, No ID kind of put me on some game. He was like empathy, which is a word that I always reference, but sometimes you know things and you need to actually like remember that you know them.
Right.
Like remind yourself. You might have learned some information, and I realized that sometimes it could be hard to have empathy for someone else until you need God to have empathy for you. Whereas when I first said this in the rap, I wasn't having any empathy for the man because I was like I was seeing no humanity in him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like the things that that the young man had did were wild. And I wasn't trying to see trying to see any humanity in him. And it was like I needed God to.
Hold
You know
on.
what I mean?
Do you feel like you wanted to apologize to anybody who may have been offended by it? Like
No.
his family, friends?
To his mother, yes.
Yeah.
To his mother, yes. I mean, everything else,
I think a lot of that is ego. And the reason I say that, like if somebody like, what's the guy, Slump God, who was close to FX says something like, oh, Vic, we gonna see you when you see you.
they all said all that.
Hey, they have. But I think for you to still be like, yeah, let's fight when we see each other, that's kind of ego. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying I don't have an ego.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't be believing these things.
But you got to know why they mad.
Yeah, but you
that's like if your man got killed.
I get it.
You know
100%.
what I'm saying?
You gotta understand why they mad.
100%. I definitely understand why they're upset, and I have from the rip. I'm just like, get it how you live.
You don't have to be that way, big. You don't have to do that. You kind of wrong.
It was wrong. You know
what I'm saying?
But I also know I'm kind of right.
He said
True.
he's not
Two things can
walking
be
back
true.
what he said.
No, you know what it is that a lot of these other guys, you know what I'm saying, and the way they approached it, I'm like, y'all energy was different when I saw y'all in person. You know what I'm saying? And I already read what's going on there, and so I'm not gonna apologize to a got me f***ed up.
But you're not trying to fight.
No one in the fight, nobody. I definitely don't have time for that. And that's not even what's going on out here. We grown ass men. This is not high school.
Now, can we switch gears for a second?
What's up?
I just want to talk about Palestine because I know that you're looking at how
Shout out.
for his
Yeah.
about Palestine.
Surrounding
You're not the boss. And if your dad cares for you as much as I do, he won't give you that shit.
I had a book.
Put a hole and see what happens.
And I had a series of like maybe 3 or 4 souvenir plates and ashtrays and stuff. When I'm in the airport, they call my name on the intercom, and I'm thinking I left something at security or something like that. The woman runs up on me like, yo, we found this book in your bag. It says Palestine. How do you even know about Palestine? How do you even know about that? And that's when it really dawned upon me how much they were trying to erase Palestine from the memory of anyone.
Why is this an issue that Markham Mud Hills and the Vic Menses care about? I'm not up on it.
Word, you should get up on the game, man. I mean, my homegirl had told me some years ago before I went, she was like, Palestine, man. She was like, Palestine, that's like the biggest human rights violation of our time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't until I went there that I really realized how severe it was.
What else did you see where you were?
What else did I see?
You see it through your eyes right now.
I saw some crazy shit. I was in a refugee camp. It's rationed. You know what I'm saying? And these people, their blood is in across the wall, that land used to belong to them. You know what I'm saying? Until it was taken from them through violence, and that was wild to me. I also went down certain streets, in a city called Hebron, where if you were Palestinian, you couldn't even go down. They would stop us, and then our tour guide would talk to them, and speaking in another language, they'd be like, no. And then, a settler got out of a truck, ran up on us, and he was like, point blank, he was like, well, you see, and come down this street because Arabs come and they make terrorist attack. So no Arabs on this street. This street, Jews only. And I mean, because that's a little bit of a different brand of racism than the one that I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? I remember being a shorty and the police would hit me up and they'd be like, "What you doing on the north side? Shouldn't you be on the south side?" You feel me? But it was it was slightly more coded, than just like, "You're black, you cannot be on this street." And I mean, when you see things like that, it's hard to really stay quiet about them because it screams like Jim Crow. You know what I mean?
Well, Hooligans comes out next week, right?
December 14th.
December 14th, next Friday. Make sure you go pick it up, and we appreciate you for joining us, bro.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. It's Vic Mensa. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
It's that season for holiday party time.
I ain't gonna front, man. Holiday parties are exhausting, bro. Like when you look at your schedule and you realize you have to go to like 3 mandatory holiday parties because they're like places that you get checks at. That's a little exhausting.
Nah, you know what I realized? I ain't going.
You're just not gonna go.
I'm just
I
not
went
going.
to 2 over the weekend already.
I ain't going to no holiday party, man. I'm
I don't have no reason to be there. I'm Jehovah's Witness.
I'm Jehovah's Witness's friend.
You have
I'm
a
not
tree
going
up.
today.
I do have a tree up.
I ain't going to
my
no
wife's not
holiday parties. There's a bunch of them going like that. Like you said, there's about 4 or 5 of them. You get a couple of checks, and you just realize,
man, it's too cold.
What happened now?
This holiday party. By the way, I think I got a contact high because Wiz Khalifa was sitting right behind me smoking. And I didn't smoke anything, but I definitely left there feeling like, damn, did I smoke just now?
And it's very tiring for me now to have to leave the house and go to these type of
so late at night, right?
because I have 2 corns on both baby toes that I need to get removed. What are those people call it to do your feet?
Corn removers.
No, man, it's a technical term for it. Podiatrist.
Podiatrist.
I'm looking for a good podiatrist in the New Jersey area because that is my Christmas present for myself. I am going to get these 2 corns removed.
Okay.
Because they at that point to like they burn. Like if anything touches it, and it feels like people are always stepping on my feet. Like they know I got corns on both baby toes.
The shoes too small?
I have no idea. I don't even wear shoes too often. So that's my Christmas gift to myself, and that is my reason for not attending any Christmas parties this year. I'm getting surgery.
Well, I went to 2 already, like I said. I went to the Atlantic Records, and then I went to the Xbox holiday party.
Oh, so you to the rest of them. You can't go to Atlantis and not go to anybody else. Crazy.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, especially when iHeart is your main source of income.
Well, none of these were sources of income. I just went because I was in town for the weekend, which normally I'm not.
Atlantic's a source of income. Drop on the team for Atlantic.
You better stop it. Shout the guys. You better stop it.
Y'all should have been there.
Oh, I didn't get invited. They cut me in no checks this year. Allegedly.
All right. Now, next hour, of course, this little Breakfast Club show has been on air for what, 8 years?
Little Breakfast Club
8
show.
years. 8 years.
7 too long, if you ask me.
We've been through a bunch of trials and tribulations, crazy guests, crazy situations. And when we come back on next hour, we're going to
really been on 8 years?
8 years, man. We're going to get on some of the stuff that is classic Breakfast Club material.
That's got to be some type of record, bro.
What you mean?
8 years for a black urban morning show in New York City. Think about all the urban morning shows in New York City that have come and gone.
Correct.
I mean, we're nationally syndicated now, so we're on 90 plus markets.
90 plus markets, yes.
That's a long time for an urban morning show.
To the rest of them, you can't go to Atlantis and not go to anybody else. Crazy.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, especially when iHeart is your main source of income.
Well, none of these were sources of income. I just went because I was in town for the weekend, which normally I'm not.
Atlantic's a source of income. Drop on the team box.
You better stop it. Shout to guys. You better stop it.
Y'all should have been there.
Oh, you know, I didn't get invited. They cut me in no checks this year. Allegedly.
All right. Now, next hour, of course, this little Breakfast Club show has been on air for what, 8 years?
Little Breakfast Club show.
8 years. 8 years.
7 too long, if you ask me.
We've been through a bunch of trials and tribulations, crazy guests, crazy situations. And when we come back on next hour, we're going to
really been on 8 years?
8 years, man. We're going to get on some of the stuff that is classic Breakfast Club material.
That's got to be some type of record, bro.
What you mean?
8 years for a black urban morning show in New York City. Think about all the urban morning shows in New York City that have come and gone.
Correct.
I mean, we're nationally syndicated now, so we're on, what, 90 plus markets?
90 plus markets, yes.
That's a long time for an urban morning show to be on in New York.
I think the longest running, was it Ed Lover?
Probably was Ed Lover, Dr. Dre.
Ed Lover, Dr. Dre. Yeah,
I'm thinking that.
We beat them as far as time is concerned, so salute to Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, though.
Okay.
That's who I grew up listening to.
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre.
Ed Lover's definitely the OG. Man, 8 years. Wow. So when we go next hour, we'll play some fire. Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I remember that conversation. It was like, you want to do a morning show with Charlamagne? I'm like, he got fired 5 times.
Four times.
Sorry, 4.
I don't know what to do. I'm getting restless.
But don't get fired. All right? You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm known to self-destruct.
You know what was coming up next?
Angry. She was performing motorsport at Chicago's Jingle Bash, and here's how she changed the lyrics.
She's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. She's putting that pressure on them to be a better human being. Sometimes women have to put the fear of God in us men in order for us to act right. She's just putting the fear of God in Offset right now.
Yeah, she gave him a little middle finger at the Jingle Ball in New York City when she said his name, but yeah, that's what she's supposed to do.
Now, some people think this whole thing was for publicity, the whole marriage and this whole splitting up. Here's what she had to say about that.
We never did anything for publicity, bitch. You think I got pregnant? Could have ruined my career for publicity, dumbasses. I don't do anything because at the end of the day, I have...
Stop kicking!
You know, I learned a lot. I knew nothing much from the music industry. And, you know, my husband helped me. He made me wiser, opened my eyes to a lot of things. And even though we not together anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I learned a lot.
You're talking like it's over. It's not over. It's okay. Right, all said in Cardi at 24, 25 years old.
Yes.
They'll be fine. They got a lot of life.
Whatever they decide to do, that's
I love Cardi, man. I support Cardi. You know, just
whatever
Cardi
makes her
being
happy.
Cardi, I love Cardi. Whatever makes Cardi
We don't even know what went
What'd you do?
I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Woman Report.
If you love somebody enough, you let them cheat on you at least once. Male or female.
What if it's more than one?
And that's when you gotta, put the fear down. That's when the book has to stop at. So
What if it's 10 times?
that's a little much. Okay? Depends on the time period. Right? It's a bit much.
All right. Now, we got, Charlamagne, we got rumors on the way.
Okay, no Christmas. Nope.
I need to get my Florida intro right. Starting off the week with a bang. All right, we'll talk about it before after that.
We'll get to that next. Keep it
Never be the same.
Philo is the best way to watch TV, live or on demand.
Okay, we'll have Christmas. You better be quiet.
BET and Best part, Philo is just $20 a month. Find out for yourself with a free trial. No credit card needed. Text breakfast to 74456.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he ripped the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitch. You donkey of the day. With Charlamagne the guy. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Day from Monday, December 10th, goes to a 37-year-old woman from the great state of Florida named Shanetta Yvette Wilson. Did you just hear the customized donkey of the day intro produced by Taylor Hayes, a.k.a. Fun Size T? Drop on the cool bombs with Taylor. All right, one of my favorite nieces right there. That intro captures the essence of Florida's crazy perfectly. What does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. At this point, that's not an opinion. It's science. I have all the facts and evidence to back it up. And this morning, I have even further proof to prove my point. Now, when is the last
What happened?
you have farted in front of someone? Indy, when the last time you farted in front of someone?
Besides my wife and kids?
Yes. That's too much people. When the last time you farted in front of someone?
And definitely within the last 2 years.
Like a loud one?
No, it's like an accident. It didn't smell.
I personally, oh my gosh, you do an accidental wet fart that
Nothing came out, but it's now, you know how sometimes it sounds a little juicy.
I personally don't do things like that because, number one, I don't fart in my clothes. I'm a grown-ass man who doesn't wash his jeans too often, so I don't fart in my clothes. Number two, I'm a grown-ass man who doesn't fart in front of people because who the hell would I be farting in front of? I love my wife. Farting in front of, farting in front of my wife isn't sexy. So I would never do that to her because I don't want her to do that to me. And farting in front of your friends is a sign of disrespect. I love all my friends, but at 40 years old, I have no reason to just be sitting there having a conversation with them and just fart in front of them. I think I'm a little more civilized than that, you feel me? Not to mention, I think a man farting in front of another man is a form of flirting. Why would a man want another man to know what his ass smells like? Okay, it's because that ass gas, that flatulence, is a pheromone. When a man farts in front of another man, he is releasing a chemical substance into the environment that affects the behaviors of other men. Okay, so when a man farts in front of another man, it's flirting. And it's an invite between these chicks. I'm saying all that to say I don't fart in front of other people. But some people like Chanel in Florida don't have that problem. Okay, some people fart anywhere at any time with zero regard of who is around to hear or smell their ass. Sidebar, I think people who fart on the plane should be considered terrorists. I think they should be treated like bomb threats, and planes should make emergency landings whenever someone farts on a plane. There's no windows that can be rolled down. You are really farting on top of people when you're on a plane. That's a different level of disrespectful, and I think it should be considered an assault. Farting in front of another man is a form of flirting. Why would a man want another man to know what his ass smells like? Okay, it's because that ass gas, that flatulence, is a pheromone. When a man farts in front of another man, he is releasing a chemical substance into the environment that affects the behaviors of other men. Okay, so when a man farts in front of another man, it's flirting. And it's an invite between these chicks. I'm saying all that to say I don't fart in front of other people. But some people like Chanel in Florida don't have that problem. Okay, some people fart anywhere at any time with zero regard of who is around to hear or smell their ass. Sidebar, I think people who fart on the plane should be considered terrorists. I think they should be treated like bomb threats, and planes should make emergency landings whenever someone farts on a plane. There's no windows that can be rolled down. You are really farting on top of people when you're on a plane. That's a different level of disrespectful, and I think it should be considered an assault charge. But back to Shanetta Wilson. Shanetta was standing in line at a Dollar General, and this happened. Let's go to NBC 6 for the report, please.
A South Florida woman is behind bars after police say she passed gas at a Dania Beach dollar store and pulled a knife on a man who complained about it. 37-year-old Shanetta Yvette Wilson reportedly passed gas while waiting in line at a Dollar General Sunday night and upset a nearby customer. The offended customer and Wilson then got into an argument, and that's when Wilson allegedly pulled a small folding knife out of her purse and told the victim she was going to gut him. She walked away from the area but was found by deputies a short time later.
There's nothing more entertaining than Florida news. Dropping a cold bomb for Florida news. See, Florida, stuff like that sounds normal to y'all, but to the rest of us, not so much. Now, Shanetta was arrested on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. I had no idea that it was a without intent to kill charge. I thought it was only a with intent to kill charge. That has to be a misprint, but then again, it is Florida. Because I would think that if someone tells another human, I'm going to cut you, all right? I'm going to cut you. That means they're trying to give them worse stomach problems than the one she was experiencing in that line. Now, it's going to be very tough for Shanetta to beat this case because the whole thing was recorded. We actually have audio of the whole altercation. Just because she cut the cheese. Please give Shanetta Wilson a big y'all.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
So you'll never accidentally fart? That's impossible.
Well, I think when you get older, your butt gets a little looser. It's hard to control your flatulence, so I get it.
Sometimes you don't know. Like sometimes you sneeze and you fart by accident.
That does happen.
I've definitely sneezed and farted at the same time. But nah, this don't be just accidental farting. I can feel it coming. I can feel when my feces are screaming for help.
All right. Well, when we come back, of course, 8 years. This one. So we're going to play back some of our greatest and best moments. Maybe not so good. All right, so keep it locked.
The Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. I guess everybody got to be on the same page. Yes, you're right. All right. Well,
We're going rogue right now.
well, good morning, guys. We were telling you that the anniversary of this show, we've been on air for 8 years.
That's gotta be some type of record as far as New York urban morning shows is concerned.
I think it is, absolutely. I remember when we first had the meeting, we were trying to think of a name of the Breakfast Club. We came up with many different names, put a bunch of different names, a lot of corny names.